In this episode of Becoming Time Rich, I am going to show you how to have more time and more energy. How? By helping you identify your most common time and energy thief. In the next 10 minutes, we'll talk about number one, why clutter is the reason almost all people lack access to their time or their energy. Number two, the three types of clutter so that you can see which one is your worst enemy. And then number three, three steps to trading in your clutter for either more time, more energy, or ideally both. And at the very end, I'll reveal the question of the week, which happens to be my number one favorite question to create more time and more energy. But first of all, I think it's important that you know this. You are not alone in having this problem. According to Spotify, the Diary of a CEO podcast is the number two podcast in the world. And I heard its host, Stephen Bartlett, ask his audience, what do you want for 2026? And he said that the top two answers were either more time or more energy. And if you are a highly ambitious Christian woman who desires to live a life of purpose and peace, then this new series is for you. But first of all, we want to get clear what is stealing all our time and energy? Well, the Bible has the answer to that in Hebrews 12:1. Seeing we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. It's a beautiful passage. So the weight that is slowing us down, that is actually definitively clutter. My definition of clutter is anything that slows us down or weighs us down in the pursuit of our goals or in living our life. And when we think of clutter as that, anything slowing us down or weighing us down, then we'll see that there are three types of clutter. And then also there's three steps to laying it down. So many times it's like, just drop the clutter, just let go of the weights. And it's like, yes, but how? Hang on, we're getting there. So, three types of clutter. Number one is mental clutter. These are the thoughts and the beliefs that keep us over analyzing, second guessing, and drain us of energy before we even start. Or it makes us too tired to keep on going, reach the finish line. Mental clutter creates burnout. Okay. Mental clutter will have us dropping our goal, quitting our race. Number two, physical clutter. Now, this is the piles of things in our life that make every chore and every action harder. This is the reason why we lose the essential things like our keys or our sanity. This is too much of a good thing, just becomes too much. And then number three, there is calendar clutter. It's the time commitments that we say yes to out of obligation or guilt, but we secretly dread doing. Now, they all overlap and they all contribute one to another. But I would love to hear which one annoys you the most. Which one do you struggle with the most? Put that in the comments. I would love to hear that. So, how do we get more time and more energy? That desire that everybody on that podcast wanted, that desire that all of us kind of secretly want. It's by laying aside the clutter weight so that we can keep going and go faster. So here is my favorite testimony. It's actually about my sister, and I want her story to inspire you. My sister just completed her doctorate, and it took her 20 years. She dropped out of college in her very first semester as a teenager. She came home, she got a job at Walmart, she met a guy, great guy, she got married, she had 4 children, and she still wanted to get her doctorate. So she went back to college, she got her bachelor's, her master's, and now she just recently got her doctorate, all while working and raising a family. How did she do it? Well, step number one was she got clarity about her race, the one goal she wanted, no longer how long it took. And that is actually key. What's the goal that is worth the patience? Which leads us to step number 2. Accept your current pace, your current time, and your current energy limitations. Too many times we say, I'll wait until I have more time or more energy. She didn't wait. She started with great, and some would even say near impossible limitations. But she accepted what she had to work with and she just kept on working towards it. And then step number 3 is identify what's slowing you down, weighing you down. Now, this is very important to see. It wasn't her current job. She obviously needed that to pay for school. And it wasn't her kids and her spouse. Those were all things that she wanted in her life that were going to go along on the journey with her, that were essential to her overall purpose. Those are not weights. If they're essential, they're not slowing you down. They are not clutter. But she got radically serious about identifying anything else that might be clutter. So she got rid radically of the physical clutter. She became minimalist even in her home, her wardrobe, her menu, her calendar, everything else that she could possibly cut, she did. Why? And this is important to see because she was so clear on what she wanted more than her stuff. Everything that we own takes time to maintain. And the more radically that you want your time or your energy back, then the more radically you will cut down in those areas. Listen, not everyone has to become a minimalist. But also hear this. Some of you are so ambitious that maybe you should. I'll let you decide. Now, let me also share 3 mistakes that she did not make. Number 1, she didn't waste time bemoaning her lack of time or her energy or how long it would take. She just accepted her starting spot and her current pace. This was a huge release of mental energy. Number 2, she didn't waste energy in doubt about her goal. And number 3, she didn't care what others thought about her reduced wardrobe or her small house because she was so much more focused on her goals and running her race. She was willing to lay aside normal in order to be extraordinary. And if you have listened this far, then that probably describes you too. So here's your question of the week. What's the one thing you'd like more time and or energy for specifically, and why? Take the time to journal on that. Give yourself the opportunity to really think through that. And here is your challenge of the week. Identify one piece of clutter, as in one thing that you're willing to let go of in order to have more time and more energy for that thing. Maybe it's saying no to an activity so that you can record a video or so that you can write a chapter in your book. Maybe it's throwing away half your wardrobe so you have half the laundry to do. Maybe it's deciding that your goal is more important than someone else's approval of you. What is the clutter your goal is telling you it's time to release? Because the truth is this: we've all been given enough time and enough energy to pursue whatever God has placed on our heart. When we really believe that we have been given enough time and enough energy to pursue our calling, then we'll see what's really slowing us down. There you go. Real help in 10 minutes or less. And if this has helped you, thank you for subscribing and sharing. And I will put a couple of free resources in the description. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye bye.